A senior in high school, Brianna has the kind of perspective you'd expect from someone far older than 17.
I'm thankful for this life because I am a firm believer that, everything happens for a reason. The things that we experience, we're supposed to experience in order to grow into the person that we're meant to be.
And to ask her parents, they tell you the youngest of their 6 children has always been meant to be something special.
I like to call her my social butterfly.
Yeah.
She's real outgoing. She likes to just be active, keep her mind busy and occupied. Been a good student her whole school career. I can just remember one incident where she got a B, and she was so upset about it.
Yes.
That's when she had the pouty face, and she worked around it and came to an A.
Make that all A's. Brianna excels in a host of AP classes, carries a GPA over 4.0, and even participates in the robotics club at her school. But around Christmas time during her junior year, the biggest test of her young life began.
I came down with a cold during winter break. And when I got the cold, I noticed that I had a lump on my neck on the right side. And I was like, I don't know what this is. So I went to my normal doctor for a checkup. And she said, that's a lymph node. And sometimes lymph nodes swell up when you might be infected or, have a cold. But usually when your immune system is done fighting, it'll go back down, so you should be fine.
The week that they went back to school after Christmas vacation, she started complaining about another knot, and that one was bigger, and she said it was hard. So I took her to urgent care. The doctor there recommended that we go straight to Children's Hospital. I could just tell by the look on her face that something was not good.
After a series of tests, including biopsies of the lumps and her bone marrow, oncology specialists at Children's Hospital of Michigan diagnosed Brianna with stage 4 Hodgkin lymphoma, a cancer of the lymphatic system that had spread throughout her body.
For the lack of a better word, I was denying it up until I couldn't anymore. And my mom, was really worried, and she was like, no, I gotta call your dad, oh my God.
When you think of trying to protect your kids and knowing that there's nothing you can do but be there, it's kind of hard.
On the day that she came in, we did a chest x-ray, and what we see is that she has a normal heart silhouette, which is here, but the area that's abnormal is this white area here, which is a large group of enlarged lymph nodes, or what we call a mediastinal mass. The best way for me to show is all of these areas that are black are areas where Brianna had Hodgkin lymphoma. So we see it on the right side of the neck here, as well as on the left, as well as in the chest, which is where that large mass was that we saw on the x-ray. This is her liver. Normally her spleen would just look just like this, but you can see that she has these very large, very dark areas. And then also in her vertebrae, so like here.
You couldn't believe the mass around her chest, and she wasn't having any breathing problems. It just devastated our whole family, our whole little community, village of people. Everybody was devastated.
Everyone but Brianna. Despite facing 5 rounds of chemotherapy and even radiation treatment, she took charge of her situation from the start.
Brianna is pretty exceptional. As a 16-year-old, she was the most involved person in her care. She actually wanted me to show her scans. She wanted me to show her CAT scan and her PET scan, and she wanted me to explain all of the various sites that were involved, and that's not something that I see every day.
I wanted to be involved because it felt like if I was going to be experiencing the worst 6 months of my life right now, I want to know why. And I want to know that I played a part in helping myself get better.
She wouldn't eat. She couldn't eat. She couldn't hold anything on her stomach. But I would talk to her and say that you're doing this to get better. And the first time they did the CAT scan and the PET scan, and we could see where it was getting better, just when I thought I would lose my mind, about the situation, I felt a calmness.
Well, I was scared, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah,
you know, but they never gave me reason to be scared. They just kept encouraging, and, you know, the help that they gave and everything they did. I was real satisfied with that.
They were so nice. They gave her a suite at the Tigers game. She brought all her brothers and sisters, and we had a ball there.
Children's, I think, is a great place. I had never gotten the level of transparency that I've gotten anywhere else but here.
As a freestanding children's hospital, we sort of have a unique opportunity and a unique ability to provide care that is meant for children and young people. We are a part of the Children's Oncology Group, which allows us to take part in clinical trials that allowed her an opportunity for not just state-of-the-art therapy, but even the opportunity to receive an experimental therapy.
Brianna even found her own therapy in her poetry.
I would try to place myself in the movies I watched. I reached my hand, I stretched to taste the colors that were just out of grasp. I tilted my head, I raised, wishing the world splattered on screen would swallow me whole. But one day, when I was swallowed whole, no, it was not to taste the rain in Paris, and no, it was not to drive away on a trip to the stars. It was, more than anything, a direct flight into the belly of a beast so merciless, so innocent and unforgiving. It was, above all, my life's way of telling me to be careful of what I wish for.
Brianna is currently cancer-free and sporting a scholarship to the University of Michigan. Paris and the stars might not be out of reach for her after all.
In oncology, we have this very sort of special bond or special relationship with patients. And so we, as much as any person can, sort of experience the highs and the lows with them. Stories like hers and being able to interact with her and families like hers really are what bring me back.